The fellowship of the church is really important, and some of our closest friends, as Kathy said, are here in our church.
And we are reaching out. People are seeing that we're reaching out, and they're coming in to be a part of this movement that we have.
And this congregation wraps their arms around them and begins to share the love of Christ in a real and tangible way for them.
First Broad Street is a blessed church. We've stayed focused on our efforts to love God, grow together, and reach out to others. As a part of our mission in recent past, our congregation stepped out in generosity to faithfully support the Wesley Wing project. This addition has given us much-needed space for small groups and classes and helped us create many new ministry opportunities.
We're doing halo haircuts and many other things are ministries that are being launched out of the Wesley Wing, and we've spent about $11 million in capital additions and improvements to our facilities here. I'm really excited today to report that we only have $400,000 of debt remaining. That is just a remarkable accomplishment for our church as we have paid down this significant debt associated with the building of the Wesley Wing.
First Broad Street United Methodist Church is an incredible congregation. We are a blessed people. We've been blessed by those who laid the foundation here in Kingsport for the ministries that have been going on for over 100 years now. We've been blessed with those who have given of their time and their talents to see that ministry happens within these walls, outside of these walls in this community, and quite literally around the world. There are those with a vision who want to see the foundations ensured for the future. And as we ensure those foundations, we are continuing to prepare a place that is safe and that is welcoming for the next decades of families that are going to be coming here. With that in mind, we are engaging in a great work that God continues to unfold before us.
There are a number of projects that the trustees felt and the CLC now feels need to be undertaken to help our facility be all that it can be. First and foremost is we need to replace the steeple. The steeple leaks and it's causing damage not only to itself but to the building below. The ceilings on the second floor are becoming damaged. The steeple is unstable structurally and needs to be replaced.
As we've had focus on ministry, there have been many maintenance items that have been put on hold.
The biggest projects that we're working on is the replacement of our steeple and the replacement of the wood on the Woodyard Center.
As we move forward with our capital campaign, Foundations for the Future, it's important to consider the future by ensuring that our church home is as welcoming as possible. Outside of the final debt retirement on the Wesley Wing, there are many items of repair that need to be addressed as part of this capital campaign. We'll begin working on these projects as funds come in. Here, we'll point out a few of those projects that maybe you're unaware of and our trustees have identified as priorities within the church. First, it's time to remodel the restrooms below the sanctuary. The men's room is functioning, but it does have several maintenance items to address. And the women's facility is currently shut down until we address the needs there. We have several windows that need to be replaced in classrooms in that area too, as well as interior painting of the childcare center. Next, we need to refurbish the fellowship hall, first with doors and paint within the kitchen, and also to fix ceiling issues in the main room. New floor coverings are needed in the chapel, main hallway, and first floor of the office wing. Also, it's time to improve our security system and replace the gym floor in the Woodyard Center. The parking lots also need attention, with resurfacing and restriping to clearly mark the parking lines. Finally, we need to remodel portions of the parsonage that have not been upgraded for some 50 years and establish a contingency fund to allow for exceptions or things that don't go exactly as planned. Together, this is about continuing our mission to love God, grow together, and reach out to others.
In recent years, as we are committing ourselves to our mission of making disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of this world, we're doing it by loving God and growing together and reaching out. And we're seeing the fruit of those labors as we're seeing more and more young adults and their families enter into worship and ministry through First Broad Street Church. As we take our next steps, there are some things that you can do. First of all, please pray. As you pray Pray for the leadership of the Foundations for the Future emphasis. Pray for your church leadership. The second thing I would ask you to do is to encourage. Encourage one another as we take our steps. Encourage those who are in leadership. And then the third thing that I would ask you to do is to give. In a way that God has equipped you, give. What we want to do is to be able to provide a better and a safer place, not only for our existing families here at First Broad Street, but for those who are going to come through our doors in the future, for those who will come to worship, for those who will find a place of service and ministry in this community and in this world. We invite you to join us in building upon the foundations that have been laid as we ensure the foundations for the future.
Years begin to wear on a facility. This campaign is about restoring what we've been given. It's about making sacrifices now so that those who come after us might have a place to call home.